Alright, Shin. Congratulations. You beat your final boss warm-up. Now get to Sakamoto now! What's up, guys? They go with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact, here we are to do a breakdown and review of chapter 263 of Sakamotodays, which is known as Awakening. And I am intrigued. I'm intrigued. Notably, I think this is it. Right? Like, we have nothing else left, right? We got to cut over now, right? Like we may do a little like perspective. But outside of this was the last major battle we had. We already know the status of Kindaka. We didn't see Yotsumoto in last chapter with Shishiba and Nagamo, or chapter before that. But like, he's fine. We know where he is. We know where we know where Mana and Osaragi. Like every battle's been taken care of. So we're kind of now in a spot where it is just Suzuki versus Sakamoto if I had to hazard a guess. So, hey, it'd be like that when it'd be like that, especially when it'd be like that. So, let's not waste more time. Let's hop right into chapter 203, Awakening. Poor man. Yo. I still feel nothing for the character, and even less than I felt for Gozu. If you know how I felt for Gozu, you know I didn't really feel much. But, very specifically, I feel so bad for a character whose name I can't remember right now. I reviewed his chapter 2 days ago. What is his name? What is his name? What is his name? Am I dumb? Why can't I remember his name? Dog. I shouldn't have to go back to the previous chapters. What is his name? What is his name? Pencil, don't do this. What is his name? My brain keeps screaming Yodaka. I know I read Shinobi Undercover today. That's not his name. What is his name? I'm going back and looking. I'm dumb. I don't know why I can't remember. I cannot remember that sound. Tanabata. There we go. Jeez. I know I got his name wrong all the time. I call him Tanabantha for a while, but Tanabata. Oh, but yeah, I feel bad for Tanabata. A nice enough design. Not as goated as Gozu, but like, yeah, no doubt he was going to lose to Shin. Sorry, man. I'm glad he actually got a fight, though. Especially after Torres sort of got stolen for Sakamoto height fodder, and we didn't actually get Torres versus Osaragi. Which I actually would have been really interested to see how that plays out, like the Saw versus the Sandblast. Like, that could have been neat. But that aside, since we didn't get that, I'm glad at least that Tanabata got a fight at all. And hey, it was a good Shin, so he had to lose. But still, we'll take those. Let's see. Woo! Encore! Y'all need to go to a hospital. Y'all are bleeding. Oh yeah, literally what Shin says. Grip, all right. Huh? What about the show? It's over. Let's see. You guys, be sure to see a doctor. You're literally all bleeding out from your ears. I mean, yeah, legitimately, yeah. I honestly, impressive to them for being as fun as they are. We saw Tanabata sound waves like shatter concrete, and they're all still standing. So good on them. Speaking of standing though, so is Shin. Let's see. Oh, well, okay, not standing for long. All right, so he put his jacket back on, but yeah, he did take a whole lot of damage. All right, so maybe. I mean, I don't know though. I'm still very iffy on Sakamoto versus Suzuki actually being a 1v1. It just doesn't really feel right. Like I don't know, thematically. And I know. Some people are gonna be like, Sakamoto Days doesn't have themes, man. It's all hype moments and aura. It's not. I promise. There's a lot of hype moments in aura though. But very specifically, like, especially with the Takamura personality being gone though, Uzuki should be a light diff. Sakamoto's stronger than he's ever been. He should absolutely annihilate Uzuki. But at the same time, I feel like Shin and Nagamo, well, especially Nagamo, but even Shin deserves to be there. As much as I'm very much like, I know he's the deuteragonist. I know he's arguably the main character at the time. But very specifically, because of the whole dynamics of family and Sakamoto understanding the importance of the connections he's made in this new side of his life, and that being the source and foundation behind his strength, I feel like it would be weird if he really just 1v1 Suzuki. Like the whole reason Uzuki would live to become the threat that he is because Sakamoto 1v1'd him. Nagamo wasn't there to help confirm. He didn't have anybody there. Sakamoto ran up on Uzuki in the 1v1. So, sure, you could argue, well, it's just a 1v1 run back, and all the connections in Bon Sakamoto made are the ones that got him to the fight in the first place, and now that he's the strongest, he can handle it himself. Like, there still is thematic integration there that does work, but, people dish booty butt cheeks. I feel like, ultimately, it's better if someone joins him. But Shin does seem to be sitting down for a little bit. Then again, Nagamo seemed to be out, but Then he was fine. We literally saw him last chapter wrapping up. But let's see. Plip. Ah, my whole body aches. My head's throbbing. Overuse my powers. Yeah, okay, Shin. Can't wait to see you spam 47 more stops in the next 10 chapters, bro. But yeah, all right. Overuse my powers. My left ear's gone totally deaf. Temporarily or permanently? I mean, either way, that sucks, but temporarily or permanently? Let's see. But I did it, Mr. Sakamoto. Yeah, I mean, you did clutch up. Let's see. I beat the order by myself. Oh, that? Oh, I thought you were just talking in general, but yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like Shin's been order level since the Tenkyu fight, which in universe wasn't actually that long ago. So like, I guess that I understand Shin's doubts about it, and obviously Tenkyu, like I think he has yeah, he knows somewhat of what Tenkyu was all about, but Tenkyu was supposed to be on that like order tier threat. So are all the Akamar kids, and to be fair, none of them really seem to be, outside of Uzuki himself, none of them really seem to be order tier threats. Then again, Gozu was getting violated by an order member, and ironically, kind of sort of, he was super amped. And GAKU got diffed by Nagumo, but Nagumo is supposedly the second strongest, or not even supposedly, just is the second strongest fighter in the order at the time that the order was still a thing. Or I talk about, like, there was just a lot against the Alkabar kids. But yeah, I guess Tenkyu wouldn't really count as his, like, initial victory royale. Tanabata, someone who's been glazed and hyped up and intentionally put on the order by Oki. Yeah, it makes sense that Shin is finally hyping himself up. And if that was to be Shin's final fight, him going from, you know, not even boiled level. That's crazy to think that was barely a few days ago. Like, because of, like, the weird timing of this, boiled no-selling and tanking all of Shin's attacks is canon, bro. That happened, like, a week ago. If that. Like, it's legit. Like, boiled is actually the secretly top tier. So I want to say Shin went from not even boiled level at the start of the series, but no, I guess he was just never boiled level throughout the majority of the series. Then he reached boiled level, and then now he's, like, top tier order. These things just happen, I guess. Let's see. So maybe I'm catching up to you. Just a little. Yeah. Just a little. Because I'm guessing after the way he did Taurus, I'm assuming he just watches every order member in a 1v1, maybe in a 1v2, maybe in a 1v3. Maybe he could clutch up that 1v6 you ran into, dog. Let's see. I'm an idiot. It's not over yet. Just wait, Mr. Sakamoto. I'll be right there. Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be up. He's good. Like, unironically, Suzuki-sensei, I know you well enough at this point. I'm assuming maybe he's going to get some sort of upper hand, and then Shin's going to come out of nowhere, and he's going to be like, I'm here for you, Mr. Sakamoto, and then he's going to do a stop thing, then they're going to Millie Rock, then they're going to dab on him, and then they're going to win. Victory Royale style. I was initially starting that out as just a joke, but there's a non-zero chance Uzuki literally gets danced on. Like, I feel it in my bone. Let's see. Oh, Kashima. How did I remember? This guy pops up like every 30 chapters. I don't remember his name, but and to be fair, he's probably one of the most iconic fights of Sakamoto days, so that's probably why. But at the same time, Tanabata was literally talking about him so much very recently. Couldn't even remember his name. Let's see. First home, Haruma and Carolina Reaper, then Oki, Kumanomi, Gozu, and even Tanabata, which lead. Okay, what about Torres, man? You're not gonna mention him? Let's see. Then Oki, Kumanomi, Gozu, and even Tanabata, which leaves Master X. The only remaining blade of the new JAA is you. Yeah, technically true, but also at the same time, like, he's not really a blade anymore, right? Like, he's, at least as far as you know, the Takamura personality inside him is dead, right? Like, isn't that what happened? Didn't like, I remember the last cut we got before at least. We think, if I'm remembering this probably, last we saw Sakamoto versus Uzuki. Last we took an Eepers Jeepers Peepers at that. I believe it was that Sakamoto had like banished Takamura. Maybe it was like a pseudo banish though, because I remember I thought that too previously, because like Rion had slit Takamura's neck inside of like the Uzuki mental realm, but then Takamura came back anyway. So maybe that's just the case. Maybe Takamura really is like a living phantom or something like that, and he'll just keep popping back up. Because otherwise, like, as far as we know, he's gone. But at the same time, Sakamoto and Uzuki have been fighting for hours at this point. So I guess maybe he kept the stats. I guess maybe the stats were inside us all along. I don't know. Let's see. It's you. I want you to save Master X, Sakamoto. Aw, yeah, Kashima still does care. Thank you? What are you doing? Put them grippers away, bro. Where are your toes? Let's see. Sakamoto, I don't like relying on that jerk. But at this point, I have no option but to trust him. I mean, yeah, that's true. You have nothing else. And everyone else is gone. Let's see. And well, no, not everyone else is gone. Anyone else would just probably slaughter X if they had the chance. Except maybe Naguma. I don't know. He's probably still salty about it. Let's see. Don't let me down, Taro Sakamoto. Honestly, Kashima is one of the greatest characters, if only for the fact that he made Hana relevant. He made Hana relevant. That's it. That's what matters most. Let's see. Don't let me down, Taro Sakamoto. Oh, okay. Gripper's out. Gripper's out, big and stomping. All right, let's see. That's not. Code red. That is not take you. That's not take you. They were right. Gosh darn. Everyone who's huffing copium was right, man. So when I huff copium, problems, negativity, despair. When I huff copium, I'm wrong. I'm dumb, stupid for ever believing in it. But I've had GAKU glazers, GAKU gobblers, GAKU goobers whispering in my ear, he's fine. He was just stabbed through the heart. He's fine. He just stabbed through the heart. He's just fine. He stabbed through the heart. And they were right. Where's Haruma? Okay, I know Haruma was really slashing in half. That makes sense. Like, and to be fair, there are two wolves fighting inside me, and one of them's Millie rocking right now. The one that's Millie rocking is sitting here, like, literally thinking it was clearly established that Takamura cuts and stabs and slashes so cleanly that, yeah, obviously, especially since GAKU, funnily enough, was the original attributor. Like, he was the first person to actually reveal that to us, right? The idea that when he lost his hand and Kashima reattached it, Kashima literally admits, whoever did this did a fantastic job cutting you, gang. Like, literally, your organs, your nerves, everything was still alive. They cut you perfectly. And to be fair, GAKU only died, now he's alive, died to a stab to the heart. And now, obviously, usually that kill people, but this is Sakamoto Days for one. And for two, it's Takamura. So, like, I'm guessing all that Kashima had to do. And just, I have to remember, the museum arc was what? Like, barely a month ago in universe? Like, not much time has actually passed. I don't think. I think I remember, like, it was weeks after the museum arc. Then we had, like, a whole bunch of stuff happen. But, like, it hasn't been that long. Actually, since the museum arc. So I'm assuming just the issue was, like, stitching them back together, having everything pumped properly. But, okay. Who's he gonna... I mean, there's a bunch of heroes he could fight. But, okay. GAKU's back. Shoutouts to everyone who had faith. I sure didn't. I thought that man was done, but... here we go. Welcome back, GAKU. It's been A. And to be fair, he did recently win the #1 most popular fight in the series by I believe it was just the Japanese voting base in Naguma versus GAKU. So bringing him back. All right, there we go. GAKU, you're awake. The new JAA. What the heck's that? Yeah, he's been gone long enough that he wouldn't know about any of that. He doesn't have much content. Yeah, he wouldn't really have much. But then again, I guess I wonder, is he pulling a Sakamoto and I guess he's just perfect now? Like is he stronger? Because last I checked, this guy was a Naguma victim. Like what do you, and like, well, to be fair, the Naguma second best fighter in the order, but still, I do wonder why, like, especially since it feels like we're in the end game now. Why bring him back? I actually can't think of a reason at the moment. I mean, fans are, I don't know. It is interesting move to bring him back now, after everyone else has fallen. Maybe we just need, but like, all of our major characters got a fight, except for like ones that I don't think so. Like Yotsumura technically didn't get a fight, but like I don't think we're gonna get another one. Yotsumura had his one fight in the series, and that's all we're gonna get. Kendaka was one tap by Gozu. I just don't really see that, and like, and while I gave credit last review to like Suzuki Sensei stitching together reasoning why Tanabata versus Shin was an actual matchup that I should care about. But like, I just don't see that really happening for Gaku and anybody left. I don't know. It feels a little bit weird, but I'll let Suzuki Sensei cook. He's been cooking. Like, I'll admit, people have commented in last review too. But yes, Suzuki Sensei has been cooking a bit pretty recently. Is it like peak prime Sakamoto days? In some cases, I'd say so. Actually, I really like Nagumo versus Oki, but like, does it reach the highs of Shishiba versus Yotsumura? Does it reach the highs of the initial Gaku fight on the island? I don't know, but still, it's been good. So I'll let him cook. I'll let him cook. Let's see.
What the heck's that? After the battle at the museum, Master X absorbed the JA and launched the new JA. We probably should have named it something else. It sounds a little bit corny, but thanks to the Sakamoto store staff and some former order members, only Master X is left.
Yeah, everyone else is gone. Dead and or gone. Thing is though, like, Kumino was just knocked out, I'm pretty sure. So is them out the door. Like, they could technically get back up, but yeah, they're probably out. Let's see.
Where's Gramps?
Dead. He's probably actually dead. He was like, he got the Arbor treatment. He was actually got nabbed. But like, his physical body's dead. Who knows? We maybe still be alive next though. Wait, like, hold on, mate. Yo, if the final battle doesn't include Nagumo or Shin and it actually includes Gaku, yo, imagine like this: final battle doesn't include Shin or Nagumo. They're actually done. It includes Gaku, and the reason Gaku's there isn't to actually fight against Sakamoto. It's to fight against Suzuki because he wants to run back against Sakamura. And it's Sakamoto having to fight to keep Gozu from slaughtering. I don't know. Let's say it could be fun. Let's say, or you could do a thing like seeing Gaku would, like, I don't know, restore X back to his senses, because the big thing is, right, like, ever since he lost everything, you know, Uzuki's gone down the rabbit hole of like despair and stuff like that. And to be fair, he lost a whole bunch more, but Gaku, you know, him being, because it was Haruma and Gaku's death that triggered the Takamura personality awakening inside Uzuki anyway. So maybe seeing him alive won't do that. We'll do something. I don't know. Let's see.
Huh? That old fart who took me out. He's still alive, ain't he?
I wish my king was. Let's see.
No. Takamura is dead. Master X killed him.
Yeah, with his own sword. Straight ripped it out of his hands and stat dipped him, bro. He stat dipped my coat, man. He stat dipped my coat. But these things do happen. These things do happen, even if we don't want them to. Let's see.
Oh, Takamura is dead. Master X killed him.
What? Oh. Interesting. Got his heart beating, though. Got his heart beating. All right. Ba-dum. Let's see.
Gaku.
Okay. That doesn't, I mean, it doesn't look like regular Uzuki. That could be Takamura. So maybe Takamura just keeps respawning inside Uzuki. That could be the case. Like, I mean, I'm fine with it. Like I said, I'm just generally iffy on how I feel about Uzuki's powers and how they work and how they facilitate the narrative, but like, it's fine, right? Like, I'm not, a big thing I've been trying to do recently, especially not just with Sakamoto, just for narratives in general, is like reframe my perspective around, hey, this is what I wanted, so this will be better, and versus more so being like, okay, this is what I thought would have made more sense, or this is something that I would have done. Let me think from the perspective of the author on why they made the choice they did for their narrative. That's the thing, right? No matter what I'm doing, unless I'm literally talking about my own stories, I'm literally just essentially talking about how I feel about the nature of the choices that a certain mangaka has made, usually. So, in that case, thinking of why Takamura would, like, be a consistently respawning character inside Uzuki and not just delayed or defeated, once again, could play into the whole idea that he's literally meant to be a ghost, or like some sort of embodiment of killing intent. Takamura in many ways is meant to like represent the old world of like, so the strong, those in control get to choose who has to live and die, and Uzuki, who's currently wrapped up in that old world and needs to be liberated from it is consistently being reconsumed by the Sakamoto personality that keeps respawning over and over and over again. No matter how many times Sakamoto banishes it, how many times Uzuki wants it to go away, no matter how much Rion does it. And the only way to actually get rid of it would be to liberate Uzuki from that world entirely, aka remove his ability to fight. Sort of like kind of like in a Fire Lord and Avatar thing, where like by removing Ozai's bending, you essentially made him nothing. Essentially something similar to that, where somehow, some way, Uzuki can only be freed from Takamura if he can no longer live and embody the aspects of Takamura. Because it does look like Gozu says, or not Gozu, GAKU says here. Why'd you name both G and 4 letters? Let's see.
So you're in there, huh, Gramps?
Yeah. So he knows about the whole slurping personality thing, but who knows? It's gonna backfire specifically on this instant. The like, maybe a thumbnail right there. Look at that goes, apparently how it goes hard. Let's see.
Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. How did he know? How did he know X has a Sakamoto persona within?
Yeah, they're speaking as if that chapter didn't happen, which is kind of silly. But at the same time, we've already seen the Takamura persona just respawn, so it could be the case just respawn again. Let's see. ... Oh? Oh, what you up and stick? You up and fire? Let's see.
Huh? Mr. Kashima?
I like how respectful he is to Kashima now. Let's see.
I'm sorry, GAKU. I can't let you go to where Sakamoto is now. I need you to sleep a little longer.
Yeah, okay. Good luck with that, Kashima. Good luck with that. Let's see. Even Gaku's looking at him like, really, twin? Let's see. Oh, what? All right. Jay! Who'll be lifting that? Let's see. Well, I figured they know where I live. Is this your place? I've got about 30 more rooms like this. Jeez! 30? Well, I guess an assassin. They get paid well. Makes sense. Let's see. I don't use this one much. Too small. I mean, if it is just one room, but let's see. You and Osaragi are free to can hide out here for a while. I've got all the basic supplies you need. Where is Osaragi? Where's Yotsumura? I know I talked about we know where they are. Like, what? Why are they not here? Did they take her to a hospital or something? Let's see. Got all the basic supplies you need.
What? Trying to insult me?
Well, no, Shishiba. You probably just don't really want to engage anymore. And unfortunately, Shishiba, you just aren't that nearly important. Where Nagamo it looks like he is building to go right and join the Sakamoto fight against Suzuki, which I think is better. I think that makes more sense thematically. Shishiba, you don't really have any involvement in that, bro. Like, I get it with the idea of, Uzuki sort of represents the current face of the assassin world, and Shishiba's whole thing is, like, wanting to escape that and live happily with Osaragi. But even still, that's, like, the loosest connection we can get. To be fair, it's, like, a decent one. I don't think Shishiba is going to be involved in the final battle. He doesn't really have the dynamics for it. But let's say.
Trying to insult me?
You can't move it, right? Your left arm. Ah, interesting. So he has permanent. I wonder if that damage is permanent or just like a lingering effect of the electrical shocks. I honestly don't even think Shishiba knows based on his reaction here. That Gozu guy was pretty tough. Oh, I tried to make bolognese, but it didn't come out right. It's in the fridge. Help yourself. You should be fine eating with one-handed. Darn! I was just frying him! He said, you should be fine eating one-handed with a spoon. I'll pass. Interesting. So, okay. And I'll give Suzuki-sensei due credit to this. With him keeping all the characters alive and in moving and fighting shape, seemingly, nerfing Shishiba or explaining why he can't be here or can't be involved in the final battle or probably won't be, is a good thing to do. I think I could complain more about, like, where's Osaragi? Why are you not giving her an excuse? But you could just excuse the poison was really that strong, right? She drank a whole lot of it. She was able to resist it for a long time, but now she is out because there was a lot of poison she drank, and she needs to flush that out of her system. And obviously she won't be able to do that in the limited time they have while Sakamoto and Uzuki are still fighting. And meanwhile, Nagamo, while he suffered injuries, he didn't seem bad. He seems fine, actually. Let's say.
What about you? When you fought Mr. Oki, he busted your weapon, right? Now what?
Oh, ka-chick. Ah, okay. Yeah, he's chilling. All right, let's see. No sweat. I've got lots of spares. Yeah, all right, that makes sense. A character like Nagamo, who's all about that planning execution, makes sense that he would have multiple backups just in case. Let's see.
Sheesh, you're annoying.
Hey, beat him in a fight then. Oh, wait, you can't use your left arm? G-jizzle. Let's see. Yeah, Nagamo looks ready. Fit it up, too. Cleaned himself up as well. Let's see.
So you're going after X?
Well, I'm feeling bad dumping everything on Sakamoto. I'll end this. Yeah, okay, see? Alright, so he's joined. He's joined. I was worried for a bit there. I did feel like they were kind of locking Nagamo out of a battle he definitely should have, like, direct emotional involvement in, and something that should be a cathartic point for his character. Probably we're going to get a little bit of these two. It's probably going to be a bit of the past versus the past here, and then Shin, the future, is going to join in, so they can overcome, like... Or maybe you could argue it's like two of the present fighting against the past, and then the future and Shin needs to come in and help clean it up, essentially. But I am glad that Nagamo's actually joined the fight for the sake of Rion. Obviously, I still feel very iffy about Nagamo, like, even wanting to interact in any sort of silly way with Uzuki, just because he acts and I guess maybe sounds like Rion, but hey, desperate times call for desperate measures, especially when you didn't have anyone prior to the two you have now. At least that's what it seems like the case is for Nagamo. So, I give it due credit. Let's see. I'll end this. Oh. Okay. We're back. Okay, so they've been fighting for hours, but they never left the amusement park. But still, I get it. Amusement park is a great place to do a fight locale, especially in a series like Sakamoto Days. That is one of the creepiest horses I've ever seen. All right. Oh, just a lot of background stuff too. It looks like the carnival is mostly evacuated though. Let's see. Ah, okay, but it isn't. Okay, so maybe that panel from earlier was off, unless Takamura's not using a chain blade, or Takazuki. This just looked like a undamaged Sakamoto. Yeah, going up against a relatively undamaged Suzuki. All right, and they're fighting. All right, okay. Oh, I'll give it this. Okay, yeah. All right. Let's slide. A W chapter. Got a little W chapter. A good transitionary chapter. Let us know where Shin is and most certainly won't be. Reviving Gaku is obviously the biggest piece of this chapter. I think my idea from earlier of him, like, being the catalyst to quote-unquote saving Uzuki is probably going to be what that his role is going to be. I think Mr. Kosh was going to fail to try and stop him, but at the same time, I feel like bringing him back for no reason at this point other than fan service doesn't really make too much sense unless he plays some sort of role. The role will likely be saving Uzuki, what he's probably built for, considering everyone else is down or gone, and he is sort of untainted by this new JA idea. That seems interesting. Shin will be back. I'm not really worried about him. And then the confirmation of Nagamo's involvement in the final battle and the deconfirmation of Shishiba. Like I said, Osaregina being there, oh well. She was poisoned. We'll let it slide. Unfortunately, it's Suzuki Sensei. I know the major female characters, no matter how strong they are, they only get to fight bombs and endless randoms, and occasionally they'll lose to them too. So, like, these things just happen. It's that kind of manga. But at that same case and same pace, I'm glad Nagamo's joining, and I'm glad that the fight is still going on in interesting locales. Overall, a W chapter. If you don't like to end this video, leave welcome back, Gaku, because, jeez, man, I'm still blown away by that. Leave welcome back, Gaku, in the comment section down below. And the thing is what you're watching. Consider leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that leads to notifications so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, going to have a page down below. You support me for as well as one. Get one, no one. Things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. So now becoming a member of the channel for as well as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks include the live reactions with the series to review, ad reactions to all my videos, early access to my videos, early access to all my videos on the main channel, but all my videos on the second channel, that GAKU reaction. Link in the description down below. Oh, and the link to my GAKU easily. You can drop 5 minutes on a short video, 20 minutes on a video, or any views at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. And I want to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Back on the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Red Bull 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, J2MA, Buddha Ura, Yuki Ally, Grim, Ollie, Corey Watson, Damon Brown, Tim Thomas, Kaving, RXN, Dead Meat, Keon Stewart, Edwin Igbinoba, Straw, Antavius Mitchell, Weary Exile, Alex Kenny, Todd, The Practical One, Landon Clapwick, Heath Nelson, CAET, Plant Grown, Brandon Payne, Multi-Batman Superman, Zalim, Sleepin' John, Mocity King DKG, Union Eye, Athenzi Shear, Sino King, CCC, Enzo, Kitty Liddy, Axis XC, Praise the Sun, Magic, and Doreen Bonnet, at JDog2656, Sheesh King, AZ Void, Professor Von Tuck III, Nevis97, Black Sage, Sky XT,
Felix, the Young Family, Pastel Pandora, John Malcolm, Donovan McIntosh, Black Doctor Strange, Super Flame Zero, and Vlad. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our line art tier patrons, A+A, Kevin Encarnacion, Lucas Stace, Midnight Lord 21, and Shaw. And I'd like to give a thank you to our Ink tier member, Shrimp of the Forest Shrimp 06. And I'd like to give a thank you to our digital art tier member, Jay Warrior. And I'd like to give a thank you to our colored art tier patrons, Walking Munoz and Joaquin Munoz.